Borck Lesnar. Let's go.
I'm hungry to win the octagon, and I'm going to fight tooth and nail everything I can to win. I've got a lot to prove yet. This next fight, hopefully I can showcase it. He's not the first wrestler I fought bigger wrestlers, I fought stronger wrestlers, I fought more accomplished wrestlers. If Heath Herring's the guy, then I'm going to figure out how to beat Heath Herring. Pick apart where I feel that he's worth. He's not going to pick apart anything. He didn't come across the ring like a maniac. He's going to have him down. He's going to Donkey Kong in my head like he did Frank. But it's definitely got the possibility for survival. It's going to be a battle. Fists are going to fly. I hope he tries to stand with me. That'd be great. Nobody really knows what my weaknesses are. I've got a lot of points on everybody else. They don't have nothing on me. The other side of that coin is I've got a lot of experience in the ring. I've been in danger in that situation before. And he's only doing that twice. There's one thing this fight will not be as boring, I guarantee that. I'm going to crazy there. And we with his big head. I got him like a multi hammer. Borck Lesnar is legit. We're going to win this fight. We put this one, this is the final nail in the coffin.
He's home now. He's the crowd around him. I'm the Golden Gophers of the University of Minnesota. And the training camp with the Minnesota Vikings. Play the number 3 season games. And now tonight, he will fight in the UFC. This in the Target Center. It's hard not to admire the size effort. He's decided to fight mixed martial arts. He's decided to fight the highest level of the game right away. First fight in the UFC, and the quarter favorite right there. Second fight against a beast Heath Herring. Heath Herring is a very dangerous challenger for anybody. Very dangerous opponent. But there's so many other questions about him. We know from looking at the people in face that he's worked harder than anybody. His work effort, second to none. He's got huge power in his hands. He's got gigantic man. He's alpha male. We know that he's the former real NCAA All-American wrestling champion. We know that. Other than that, he's the punch. He'll know he's the hockey. He's got trouble. He'll know so this is the best fight now. We know that he's really getting the leg off the year. How's he going to be more? So many other questions. But I swear to God, this guy is out there. He's out there fighting. He's the realest event in the world. Made career, made city, WWE, and now he's going down to the UFC. And 295 pounds, Borck Lesnar, one hand, a 475 and a 40. He cuts to get to the limit of 265. He's holding about 2 looking for his first win as a member of the UFC team. He was a star in Japan as a 10 days, 20 years older. He had beaten Edward December Bull, took out 300-pound Tom Harrison. Back in 2000, and tonight, Heath Herring will be Brock Lesnar down. Heath Herring is the point right there. Harrison fights an excellent example. Heath Herring, they're running that fight, they're taking down, and they stood him up. And I'll never forget this fight, Mike. They stood him up, and they put him on the same and Heath Herring slapped his hands together, excited, screamed, and charged at Tom Harrison, kicked him to the body, picked him down, and strangled him. Heath Herring is a wild man. He's one of the most aggressive in the region. And if Brock Lesnar decides to stand with him, his striking is excellent. He's got big power and hands in his feet, and he's an aggressive wild man. He has trained in the all over the world with him. Amsterdam for a long time. Worked out his famous gym there. Came over to the States and he's work with Brock. Heath Herring's striking is on par with Heath Herring 3 months in a row. What we will see though is if Brock Lesnar can take him down, and take him down, and take him down. This is how dangerous takedown striking is. Chuck Congo did my strike with him. Chuck Congo took him down. He almost beat Nogueira with a third right elbow. He beat up. He wrapped Nogueira. He finished. But he fought Nogueira 3 times in his career. Tonight Brock Lesnar's third step into the mixed martial arts world.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the co-main event of the evening. 3 rounds of fighting in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a wrestler, holds a professional record of 1 win with 1 loss. Standing 6 feet 3 inches tall, he weighed in at 265 pounds. Fighting out of Minneapolis, Minnesota, Borck Lesnar. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a Texas Jiu-Jitsu fighter, holding a professional record of 28 wins with 13 losses and 1 no contest. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall, weighing at 250 pounds. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, the Texas Crazy Horse, Heath Herring. And the action begins. Our referee in charge of the octagon is Dan Merliata.
Alright guys, move Alright guys, we'll explain all the rules. Well, nice clean fight. Once guys keep your hands up, take several times. Don't be like hands all times. So touch close, not your opponents. Good luck guys.
I think Dan Merliata accidentally poked Heath Herring in the eye there. Oops, yep. Brock Lesnar. Heath Herring. Once again in great condition is Heath Herring. And here we go! Oh, comes out with the knee. One of the things that Frank Mir is commenting on. Herring goes spinning back. What I was going to say, one of the things that Frank Mir commented on is the speed of Brock Lesnar. And it's very surprising. And right when I was saying that, he jumps in with a fast right hand. And he also is taking his time here. He got overexcited last time, he said, Joe. Made a mistake. Who would ever thought Brock Lesnar would come out and try to throw a flying knee? How good is that? Herring is in trouble. He got rocked. Bloody up as well. Yeah, he's bleeding. Actually, we can't see the cut. Now, let's see if Brock tries to take this down and see if he can get the legs in. Good start for Lesnar. Ducks under, does Herring. Brock goes for the takedown and gets it. No problem. It's been 6 months since the Frank Mir fight. And Brock said the Brock Lesnar tonight would absolutely manhandle the Brock Lesnar who fought Frank Mir. He passes guard very quickly through the legs to the side. It's the left side of the face of Heath Herring. This all bloody up. Might have been from that big right hand. Or it might have been from Dag Mergliata's poke. It's a bad omen. throws some knees here. Brock staying on top of him, throwing some big punches. That's a lot of muscle on top of Heath Herring. Lesnar in a great position of control here, controlling the head of Heath Herring. Herring going to try to work his way back to the feet.
Brock Lesnar's hands are so big that the regular XL UFC gloves do not fit him. They have to make special gloves for this dude.
First triple XL gloves utilized in UFC history.
He's trying to roll over to his guard, but Brock is controlling him.
Now, this is where Brock can be outstanding because of all his years of wrestling. Not only did he win a national championship, he knows how to train like a champion, Joe. Herring complained about something. Getting rocked. Big shot to the midsection.
And Brock just completely smothering him, controlling his body, staying on top of him. Heath just, every time he tries to get out of his position, Brock just sits him down.
But not, oh, there's a knee to the body, man. And again. But look at how Brock is so composed here, Joe. He was in a position like this with Frank Mir and got himself in trouble because he got out of control. Methodically working and breaking down Heath Herring, who started wrestling at the age of 5, brought in a 7-time Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu world champion, Rodrigo Medeiros, to help him prepare for this fight to Brock Lesnar.
He's on Heath's back, and he's staying on his back. He's really showing excellent control here, Mike. He's trying. He just can't get out of this. And Brock is expending minimal effort here. He's not exhausting himself. He's just staying on top.
And while doing so, he's just leaning all over Heath Herring.
And he's hitting him with those big canned hands he calls fists.
And a couple of big knees to the midsection. And I may have said earlier, Triple XL, they're actually 4X. That's the same. Good first round for the Golden Gopher. Oh my!
He's nodding with the crowd as they chant his name. Big knees. He's turning on now. Big knees to the body.
Great first round for Lesnar.
Heath Herring is battered. His face is a mess. And this crowd is going insane. Let's look at that vicious right hand that Brock Lesnar started out with. Look at this. Right off the bat, drops Heath Herring with the first punch. Let's take one more look at that.
I mean, credit Herring just for still being in this fight.
And look at these ground and pound right hands. I mean, that's some serious power.
The way he threw that right hand, he ducked first, Joe. And in all likelihood, Herring was thinking takedown, takedown, takedown. Brock's going to go for the takedown. Boom. He connects with the right hand. Herring is a warrior. He has been in great fights. Let's go. Herring needs to stick and move big time.
Wow. Got the charge of that guy. Just the physical strength that Brock Lesnar has is so hard to deal with.
Well, remember his original opponent here tonight was supposed to be UFC Hall of Famer Mark Coleman.
And he's standing up throwing leg kicks now.
Watch the technique if it does turn into a little bit of a stand-up battle. Will Brock drop a hand or reach for a kick low and allow Herring an opportunity?
But also you have to take into consideration how much damage he took in that first round and how much he's got left here.
So strong. And this is a 6'4", 250-pound man in Heath Herring.
Side control. This guy, Brock Lesnar, this kind of size difference is the reason why dudes should cut down to 205. Dudes like Brandon Vera, they want to fight heavyweight. Look at this guy.
Heath Herring may not have that option, though.
No, Heath Herring is a legit heavyweight, which is even more incredible when you look at the way that Brock Lesnar is able to manhandle him.
Herring staying alive, though.
He's turtling. Look, he's a finisher. Excuse me, he's a survivor, and he knows how to hang in there. He's turtling up here. I mean, you have to beat Heath Herring. He does not quit.
Absolutely.
Oh, mouse. This is
past his guard. Now he's looking to take the back.
He lost the hooks. And he's just going to try to roll over and try to get Brock into his guard, but even that's no picnic.
Lesnar received no scholarship offers out of high school to wrestle, so he won a national junior college title instead at Bismarck State. Then all he did was become a 4-time All-American, going 106-5 collegiately at Minnesota, and won the national championship, as I mentioned earlier, in the year 2000. Was the runner-up his junior year. Made a ton of money in the WWE and said, enough. I want to truly compete at the highest level. So he told Dana White he wants to fight in the UFC. First Mir, now Herring, two of the most experienced men in the world. And Heath Herring is getting battered.
Those knees to the body are brutal.
To the solar plex, the ribs, the kidney, the liver.
Heath is working diligently to try to get it back to half guard. He's trying to control Brock Lesnar's left leg, but Brock is sliding it out and slowly moving to a dominant position. He's got a little hold on that leg, but not much. He's in half guard now. Excuse me, he's in side control now. Brock is completely controlling him. All he can do is squirm and try to move his body around, but Brock is always on top of him, always controlling him.
Lesnar, born in Webster, South Dakota, town of 2,000 people.
Heath Herring getting to his feet.
Herring's up. Just over a minute remains in round number 2. Non-title fight. This fight's scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds.
Let me tell you something. Heath Herring, you give him any opportunity, he's going to take it. And he will get fired up. If he can get free, and he can turn this into a stand-up exchange.
Herring takes a big knee. Herring worked with a lot of the Ohio State wrestlers in preparation for this matchup. That one man absolutely buckled him. 30 seconds remains in round 2. Herring, see if he tries to get an elbow free. Come over the top. Brock with good arm control.
Herring with a good knee to the body.
He's got that. The left hand is controlling the right arm of Heath Herring. Oh, lost it for a second. He almost ate an uppercut in the process. Final seconds of round number 2. What a performance by Lesnar.
Lesnar is for real.
What a show.
If anybody had any questions about whether or not this guy's for real, they haven't answered.
What a great show of class and perseverance by Heath Herring. And there's still 5 minutes left, and as you and I well know, anything can happen.
Anything can happen. Heath Herring's got tremendous courage. He's got a tremendous heart.
Come up and smell that right hand. Find that right hand. Look for that cut on your lap. Right? Just walk. Hey, hit that right hand. You got the opportunity to hit the
You know, I mentioned earlier that Borck Lesnar has worked diligently on his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, bringing in Rodrigo Medeiros, 7-time world champion, but when he has taken the back of Herring, he hasn't worked towards getting the hooks in and getting the true submission. Why do you think that's happened? Because I think he just wants to pound him. I mean, he's so comfortable. He's avoiding the submissions, but he's so comfortable. He's staying on top, being dominant, and just smashing them.
Oh, big kick.
Herring came right out to the center of the octagon, even before Dan Mergliata said, let's go, guys. So he's going to bring it. Herring rushing ahead.
Good body shot by Herring. Now Herring's the one pressed up against the cage, and this is bad. These knees. Oh, back to the ground.
How long, Joe? I know tonight he wants to put on a show, beat him down, but how long and how necessary is it at one time for Lesnar to actually take advantage of dominant positions like this one?
You know what? Some guys don't like to finish with submissions. Some guys, look at these knees to the body, my God. Some guys don't like to finish with submissions. T. Ortiz rarely finishes with submissions. He would take guys down, just batter them and punish them. Some guys just prefer ground and pound. It's their style. And as long as Lesnar's able to control guys like this, as long as he doesn't have hand problems from punching and breaking his hands, and his hands are so big, he's probably not going to have those kind of problems. But, you know, I mean, he could batter a lot of dudes this way.
He's battering Heath Herring tonight.
Heath Herring is going for a Kimura, but Borck Lesnar is mounting him.
Another in the long list of heavyweight wrestling champions to compete in the UFC. Full mount for Lesnar. Coleman, Randleman, Kerr, all national wrestling champions, eventually were UFC heavyweight champions. Could Lesnar someday be the next one?
I guarantee you his base is second to none. This guy gets on top of you like that, that's going to be a horrifying feeling. He scrambled out of it.
Herring's running out of time. Lesnar, about 2.5 minutes away from his first win in the UFC.
Just rolls him over. And big knees to the body are coming. Here they go.
Man. Remember what the knees of George St. Pierre did to Matt Serra in the title fight in Montreal? Just imagine adding a little bit over 100 pounds to the body in the frame and then have Borck Lesnar throw some knees at you.
I don't want to imagine. I like sleeping at night. This guy's going to give a lot of heavyweights nightmares. He's like a character in a movie, you know? Look at the size of that arm. That's insanity. Oh, Heath Herring gets back up to his feet, throws a knee, and Borck counters the knee.
Herring teeing off. He climbed a couple of times, and Borck takes him down. That's the key. Lesnar has Herring pinned up against the fence.
Yeah, give Heath credit. He's game.
More than 60 mixed martial arts and kickboxing fights on the resume of Borck Lesnar, or pardon me, Heath Herring. Borck Lesnar looking to write a new part of his resume as a mixed martial artist.
He's got it back now, but he doesn't have the hooks in. He's just riding him on the back, using his wrestling to control position. Heath is almost up here. He's rolling over, trying to go for a knee there.
About 40 seconds from now, this crowd is going to erupt. Maybe sooner. 30 seconds.
Brock's got the back. And again, he's not putting his hooks in, Mike. He's just riding him. And he's letting Heath squirm, and when Heath squirms, he stays on top of him and moves his body around. Full mount again. Very nice.
10 seconds remains. Borck Lesnar celebrates. He has done it. Wow. He said it was do or die. Not everybody agreed with him, but he brings in the big fish tonight. The man who lives on a 47-acre ranch here in Minnesota, Borck Lesnar.
Borck Lesnar charges out of the gate, connects right out of the gate with a big right hand and drops Heath Herring, and that was a sign of things to come. I mean, this is about as one-sided a beating as you could see. And incredibly, in this man's third MMA fight ever.
Well, that's the difference between a national champion and an actor. And at the end of the day, Borck Lesnar is a national champion. And someday, he may be the UFC heavyweight champion. And man, give some big, big respect to Heath Herring for going the distance. I mean, seriously, would you want to fight that dude right there? Heath Herring has absolutely nothing to be ashamed of. Dana White said to Borck Lesnar, maybe you should go somewhere else and learn to fight. The UFC isn't a place to learn to fight, to learn to be a mixed martial artist. Borck said, no, I want the biggest challenges and I want them immediately. So he got former heavyweight champion Frank Mir, then a man with over 40 fights on his resume, none other than the Texas Crazy Horse, Heath Herring. And he proved to all of us tonight why he belongs in the top organization in the world, why he belongs in the UFC. His wife, the beautiful Sable, from the WWE, his daughter, 6 months, 6 years old now, and Bruce Buffer. The winner will be announced by him now.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecard for decision. All 3 judges scored this contest 38-26, declaring the winner by unanimous decision, Borck Lesnar.
All right, I'm here with the winner, Minnesota's own Borck Lesnar. First of all, Borck, very impressive performance over a top contender in Heath Herring, but even more impressive that you've done this in your third ever mixed martial arts fight. Now, coming into this sport, you want to... Can you see me now? Can you see me now? Coming into this sport, you wanted to come to the highest level immediately. You took on the former UFC heavyweight champion in your first bout. You took on Heath in your second bout. Give us your thoughts of where you feel you stand in the heavyweight division now.
I fell off the horse against Frank Mir, and tonight I got on that stallion and rode out of town, baby. Woo!
Now, Brock, you gotta be happy with your performance. Take a look at the big screen and talk us through the first punch of the night. Charge out of the gate. You gotta be happy with it.
Oh, I know. Hey, I gotta thank you. I just been trying to work on everything, every single day, to get better, to be a well-rounded heavyweight fighter and a contender in the UFC.
Well, you've done that. You sent a big message to everyone else in the heavyweight division tonight. Look out for Borck Lesnar, ladies and gentlemen.